Gemini, how's it going? It's Robin here. Welcome to AriesFireTarot, guys. I'm just gonna start shuffling the Starman tarot card deck and talk about the reading I'm gonna do for you for September 2021 mid-month. Okay, guys. I always use the Starman deck. I've been using this for a couple years now. This deck was inspired by David Bowie, and he appears in some of the artwork. It's just a really amazing deck, so I use it every mid-month. I usually use the Star Guide spread that came in the companion book, but there's also another really compelling tarot spread called Starman. So I've decided to use that for mid-month for September. So I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I really love it when people comment from where they are in the world. It just like blows my mind, like how connected we really all are. Like super amazing. So look forward to that, Gemini. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the reading, but keep in mind it's a general one, right? So I'm just going to jump in. I like to keep the intro short. So the first card is going to look at what part of you is outdated, okay? So that's always good to know so you can outgrow it, right? And move on. So we have this card here. And the artwork on these cards is a little bit weird, okay? So I'll talk about the cards. So this is the Queen of Swords, all right? So like she can be on her negative aspects really sort of defensive and really you know, where there's a witty repartee, she can really take it a little bit too far and start like touching people's feelings in a negative way. On her good side, she's really protective, she's really pretty affluent, you want to say. You know, she's very successful. So you want to take the negative aspects of the Queen of Swords and maybe realize that they just don't belong to you. I think people learn these defense mechanisms, you know, in challenging times around challenging people. And then before you know it, the defense mechanism can become part of your repertoire, okay? So there is a little bit of a sharp edge that you could probably do without. It's not winning you any friends. What I'm seeing here too is that we probably all get to a point in our life, and this is what I'm seeing for you guys, where it's just not worth your energy to defend yourself or even muster up the time of your day wasted on somebody making some sort of a condescending comment, you know? It's just, I'm just going to move on. So the Queen of Swords, like really focus on what you can do for yourself to your highest benefit. Forget about being like the sarcastic witmeister, you know? It's just not even worth your time. It's just not even worth your time. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. Okay, so I thought that was really good advice. It's just exhausting to deal with people, you know, it's not a competition. People like that, you just walk away from them. Save your strength for yourself, okay? So the next card is going to ask what you should turn your attention to. Meanwhile, I tried something new with my hair today, mostly because it's getting outrageously long and I can't get into a salon. Anyway, let's have a look at this card. What should you turn your attention to? The winner's circle. Look at this, sort of just walking out of the flames. You know, what's really interesting about situations where you're having battles of wits with people, it can be a little bit of an addiction because it's exciting. You get a little bit of a rush from it, but this is you walking out of that, okay? Like you really are being guided here to find people that you don't have to defend yourself against mentally or in any sense of the way, okay? This is being supported with love and blessings from the universe. The Six of Wands. I mean, this reminds me of a scene out of Backdraft, and let me know if you've seen that movie. Like be your own hero, like kind of save yourself from that, like come to your own rescue, you know, have that thought come in and say, is this person worth exhausting myself for? Is it worth getting the laugh to like embarrass that person? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been through that phase. So you're really being guided away from that just to find a gentler way of operating in your life. because it matters to you on a spiritual level. You know, you just feel a lot calmer when you're not always on guard against people, like that Queen of Swords is. Like, she's ready to do, like, she's just ready to, like, verbally eviscerate people if she has to. But the guidance I'm getting here is that if you're finding yourself in situations like that, it's time to find your way out of them rather than just dealing with it, because that's the way it's always been. So turning your attention to walking away from things. We're going to pull a card. Sorry, I just had a complete brain freeze. How can this help you? Okay. How can that help you? And the card I'm pulling here is actually very interesting. It's the Queen of Cups. So this Queen of Swords energy that we were seeing before, that inborn defense mechanism ready to push people back, it's actually hiding a very soft emotional side. We do have the Queen of Cups, and she is much more free flowing, and this will resonate with you, Gemini, so much better. You know, you can just flow around people, you know, be open to opportunities, because the words that you speak against somebody else, and this could be against yourself too. Some people have a really powerfully negative self-talk, okay? You know, myself included. It can get really bad sometimes. So it's really important to remember that the words that you speak to or against somebody else is actually a conversation with the universe, okay? Your negative self-talk, your, you know, sarcasm to push somebody away from you, all these words are going to echo off into eternity. So it's time to have a really deep consideration and understand how you're causing yourself wounds by actually lashing out at somebody else. So once that can subside and you understand that you can just put in boundaries using silence, then things should really open up for you like a flower. Like the Queen of Cups here, she's open in, you know, quite a symbolic way here. It's because there's a new opportunity for you to live a kinder, gentler life for yourself, okay? So I love this last card, the way that they ask it. When you step on the stage, what is the outcome of the show? Okay, so really watching the negative self-talk, really staying out of social media battles. Those are just ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like if you've ever been a part of one, isn't it exhausting? And then you just go check back and see if somebody commented so you can, you know, slam on your caps lock and I'll show them. Like, that is exhausting. Like, how you feel after that, super drained. Is it worth it? Or you're angry, and for what, you know? So really, like, try to remember moments when that happened. And if it's happening every day, like, this is even more for you because it's so damaging to yourself, okay? So making little bits of changes and just like blocking people on social media, it's so easy. And then you don't have to read their comments ever again or see what they're up to. That's like a negative use of your energy. So we want to move from Queen of Swords over into Queen of Cups. You know, because it's just a nicer place to live, okay? It really is. It's softer, it's cushier, it's just your defenses are down, and that's when you can let in the universe as well, and the people that won't speak to you that way, you know? Oh. So we do have the Five of Swords here, which is just, I see you guys are going to really struggle with this, okay? So the Five of Swords is, I really think it's kind of worse than the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords, she's sort of advanced past this stage. So the Five of Swords is showing that this could be a real struggle for you, you know? This could take a little bit more effort than just like, I'm not going to do that anymore, because we get settled into patterns, you know? And it's second nature. So you guys have, I'm going to say, a little bit of homework to do, and maybe track who raises your blood pressure, and who do you feel better when they leave the room or you don't hear from them. So it's going to take some conscious thinking, and Five of Swords is so hectic and battle weary, and you know, there's going to be some sort of like air quotes victim, you know, and it's always you. It's always you. Like, no matter who the winner is. So the King of Pentacles, you guys can build yourself out of this hole. You know, the King of Pentacles just really reflects a self-made image. That's not what I was getting at. Self-made. The word is gone. Okay, so anyway, you can build your life the way that you want it to, regardless if you grew up with parents that weren't so mentally healthy for you. I mean, it looks like you guys are going to have a little bit of a battle with somebody this month. That somebody could be you, which makes it even worse because it's almost impossible to shut your brain off once it starts going. But it's time for you guys to build the life that you want to live, and be very mindful of what you're teaching the people around you. Let's say particularly if you're a parent, or, you know, you're around very impressionable people. There's a certain code of honor to the King of Pentacles. You know, he really lifts himself up, and you can see the way that he's sitting. He's above all of this Five of Swords action. And he's like, yeah, you guys have at it. I'm going to be over here working on my best self. So this is the month where you guys, you know, it's time to work on your best self. I think this was a pretty blunt reading, but that's why I do these ones, because they're right to the point. So guys, I hope this was helpful, and I'm going to wrap it up with love and light. Okay, bye. Bye.